What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do it here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money making Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, man. Man, oh man, oh man. What a great game that was last night. That's playoff basketball, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we sign ourselves up to watch, man. What a game, what a finish. Wow. From a betting perspective, it was a really great night for me. Cashed the Indiana Pacers outright money line at plus money. We had the over in that game. We had Halliburton over his points total. We had Jalen Brunson over his points total. Only one that didn't come to fruition was Karl Anthony Towns under his. He had a monster game. But really great night, ladies and gentlemen. Really great night. All I can say is Aaron Nesmith, oh my God, man. As a former shooter myself, that is one of the best feelings on the absolute planet when you can't miss, man. I know he was just absolutely in a flow state, man. Shout out to Nesmith, one of the greatest shooting performances I've seen in the postseason. That's up there with like Mike Miller's three-point barrage back in the Heat days. You know what I mean? So it's up there with one of those. And then what the Halliburton? Oh my God. Oh my God. Man, I thought he sent them boys home. Had that been a 3 for the win, oh my God, that would have been one of the best shots in NBA playoff history, quite honestly. Still is, though, for the tie, the moment, everything that it was, and for the Pacers still to come out victorious. Hell of a game. What a night. That's playoff basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks, damn, man. It looked like they did it again. What they had done for a lot of the postseason was go on a really nice fourth quarter run. They gave up a fourth quarter run late in that game, though, that ultimately was the nail in their coffin. I think we're in for a hell of a series, ladies and gentlemen, so we need to buckle up for that one. But we move on over to the Western Conference tonight, man. The Western Conference Finals Game 2. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies and the Minnesota Timberwolves battling it out tonight. Speaking of the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, we also found out yesterday that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the MVP award. Shout out to him. Shout out to Shai, man. What a story. What a journey. He deserves it. Just flat out, man. Shout out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Man, we got game 2 tonight. I'm finna let you guys know my thoughts, my opinions, and get you guys the information you need to know and get you, ladies and gentlemen, in and out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Of course, all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Money Making Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2, Western Conference Finals. Let's do it. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies at home at the crib, 7.5-point home favorites. Hey, what did we see in game 1? It was fairly competitive through the first half. Second half, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies let the Pit Bulls loose. They turned it up from a defensive perspective in the second half, and we saw Minnesota not be able to adjust. Anthony Edwards had a bad game. The role players for Minnesota disappeared in the second half. Oklahoma City started to play Thunder-style basketball, the Thunder basketball we have become used to seeing them play, and they ran away with it and won and covered in that basketball game. Again, no shock to us there. Oklahoma City is our favorite money-making team. We've said that for, 3-4 seasons now. Cover buddies. This season they were the best ATS team in the NBA. They're also one of the best ATS teams of all time. Man, we love the Thunder. And I talked ad nauseum in game 1 about matchups and how I thought the Timberwolves matched up in this series. I thought the Timberwolves were quite fortunate in their first 2 series against the Lakers, against the Warriors, to play teams that didn't necessarily have the best perimeter defense. Oklahoma City has the best. And for a perimeter team like Minnesota, I think they're going to have issues, especially on the road. We saw Anthony Edwards struggle mightily in game one, and I don't think, he's just going to flip a switch and turn it on. Oklahoma City has a lot of guys, a lot of bodies, a lot of personnel that they can throw at him. Lou Dort, one of the best perimeter defenders. Alex Caruso, one of the best perimeter defenders. And then they got guys like Shea, underrated. J-Dub, underrated. Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace. Like, they got a plethora of guys that can throw at Anthony Edwards and create different matchups. The venue for Oklahoma City is a tough venue to go into the play, man. That little crowd be in there rocking. So I don't think that the role players from Minnesota are necessarily just going to come in here and have a dominant game either. So ultimately, nothing here tells me to jump ship and go the other way. They're our favorite money-making team for a reason. We see them do this all the time. When we see Oklahoma City more often than not listed as sizable home favorites, we lay that shit, man. Thunder Buddies for life. I'm laying it with Oklahoma City here in this one. I thought maybe this might have been a longer series, but in that same breath, it might not. Oklahoma City might pack these boys up in 5 or 6. I'm expecting them to take a commanding 2-0 series lead tonight after another dominant, likely double-digit win, and we'll see if Minnesota goes home and is able to respond at home at the crib. The more and more I start to think about it, though, y'all know what we call Minnesota at home at the crib, the house of disappointment. We'll see. Getting a little ahead of ourselves. But tonight, I am on Oklahoma City. I'm going to lay the points with them here in this one. Let's talk a little bit about the total. We saw the game fall underneath the total in game one. I'd like something similar to happen here tonight. Again, I'm not necessarily expecting an uptick from the role players of Minnesota in this game, and I'm not necessarily expecting an uptick from Anthony Edwards in this game either. So where's the scoring going to come from? I don't know. I like a Minnesota Timberwolves team total under. I like a full game under. I think Minnesota will probably have a better defensive effort tonight as well throughout most of this game. I don't think Oklahoma City necessarily explodes in the second half the same way they did in game one. But I do think this will be a methodical ass whooping by the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. It's probably going to be a lower scoring game just like game one was as well. I like an under. I like Minnesota Timberwolves team total under. I like the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies laying the points. I like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander over his points total tonight. I like Anthony Edwards under his points total again tonight. I like Julius Randle over his points total tonight. I think this is a series that is conducive for him to play well. But outside of that, I don't really think anybody else from Minnesota has a great night. Yep, that's what I got for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, money making Thursday as always. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I got premium plays over at the site, man. Money making Thursday. Hey, really good night the other night. Really good night last night. Put together 2 really, really good nights, man. Let's make it a third one in a row. Let's make it a third one in a row, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.